Tonight, the Pies cliffhanger win guarantees a Victorian finals presence.
They're a confident side and, who knows what.
Good evening. First tonight, and for the first time in 4 years, Victoria has been guaranteed a team in the grand final. The Pies touching down early this morning after an extraordinary victory over the West Coast Eagles last night.
The Victoria's team touched down at dawn, chartering a private jet for its return from Perth. The Pies still basking in glory.
Really awesome, yeah. It was probably the best game of footy I've ever been involved in, and to come away with the win like that, it was just unbelievable. The boys were pretty pumped after the game.
On board, it was VIP treatment with medical staff, masseurs and ice packs. And while coach Mick Malthouse declared the sky's the limit for his team, the flight returned at low altitude, reducing cabin pressure.
I just fly at a low altitude so we get some more oxygen through our blood, which obviously helps with recoveries.
Hours later, bleary-eyed fans flocked home, many witnessing one of their club's most hard-fought victories. Collingwood kicking 3 goals in extra time to win by 19 points after scores were tied at full time. The first time in a final since North Melbourne beat Hawthorn in '94.
Oh, over the moon. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, couldn't be better.
Very nerve-wracking. Absolutely just shaking, is it going to happen? Are we going to get there sort of thing? So yeah, that was awesome. Absolutely awesome.
The nail-biter locks the Pies into a preliminary final showdown with Geelong and guarantees a Victorian team will play in the grand final.
The last 3 grand finals have been played by 2 non-Victorian teams, and that's a good thing for our national competition, but I guess there's hope there now.
The Cats will play the Pies at the G on Friday night. Today, the Geelong Seconds, closely watched by senior players and those who count.
Look, it was a good game last night. We sat there and watched it, and we'll be ready for it.
So are the fans.
We've been waiting, 20 years for this, so yeah, I think we'll do it.
We'll smash them. Go to Catters!
Mignon Stewart, 10.
Collingwood has gone to extravagant measures to be ready for next weekend's preliminary final against Geelong, hiring a private jet to bring the team home from Perth. In a nail-biting extra time, the Magpies knocked off the reigning premiers in one of the great finals.
Collingwood may have arrived back in Melbourne at 6:30 this morning, but there were no red eyes amongst them.
Probably the best game of footy I've ever been involved in, and to come away with the win like that, it was just unbelievable.
A chartered private jet flew the team home at a low altitude to help with their recovery.
Always got a bit of massage and ice and all the recovery stuff we had, so it was pretty good.
With just 30 seconds remaining in normal time, frustration and desperation spilled over in a frenetic finale. But time ran out, and for only the second time in history, a final headed into extra time.
We're going to overtime.
Collingwood ruckman Chris Bryan kicked the only goal of the first period, and with both sides on the brink of collapse, it was the Magpies who finished full of running.
Well, this will be the icing on a black and white cake.
One of our greatest assets this year has been a fairly solid contribution right across the board, and there's a couple of players got a bit of a touch up there today, but they still were there when we needed them.
The young Magpies' remarkable tale will continue for at least another week. Up next, a preliminary final showdown with Geelong. And according to coach Mick Malthouse, all the players need is belief.
I'm not saying for one moment we're going to go out there and just walk over Geelong, because that won't happen. We'll go out there and we'll give it a good account of ourselves, as best we can.
West Coast concede they struggled to cope without cousins Kerr and Judd.
You take the best 2 or 3 players out of any club in the competition and it hurts you.
The Eagles' next challenge, gaining Chris Judd's signature to a new contract, but that looks increasingly unlikely.
If he indicates to me that the time is right, and after our full discussion that he still believes that that's the right thing for him, I'll wear that for sure.
Judd is expected to flag his intentions by Wednesday, with Carlton, Melbourne, Collingwood and Essendon all set to pounce.